Throughout history, some individuals left a mark so deep, the world was never the same again. In this video, we're counting down the 50 people who changed the world, from visionaries and revolutionaries to inventors, leaders, and thinkers who shaped our past and future. Number 50, Leonardo da Vinci. Painter, inventor, engineer, and anatomist, Leonardo da Vinci became one of the most influential figures of the Renaissance. His works, such as The Last Supper and Mona Lisa, reflected both artistic mastery and scientific curiosity. His notebooks explored anatomy, flight, architecture, and hydraulics in remarkable detail. Fact: he could draw with one hand while writing with the other simultaneously. Number 49, Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla was a visionary inventor and engineer whose work revolutionized the modern world. Best known for pioneering alternating current, AC electricity, he also made groundbreaking contributions to wireless transmission, electromagnetism, and radio. Though often overshadowed in his time, Tesla's genius is now widely recognized as foundational to today's technology. Fact: he once lit electric lamps wirelessly during a demonstration in 1891. Number 48, Winston Churchill. Born in 1874 in Oxfordshire, England, Winston Churchill served as the British Prime Minister during World War II. He played a key role in uniting the Allied forces and resisting Nazi Germany, shaping the outcome of the war and the course of the 20th century. Fact: he also won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1953 for his historical writings. Number 47, Queen Elizabeth I. Queen Elizabeth I ruled England during a transformative period known as the Elizabethan era. Under her reign, England became a leading naval power, saw the rise of Shakespearean drama, and began its expansion into the New World. She remains one of the most iconic monarchs in British history. Fact: she never married, earning the title the Virgin Queen. Number 46, Joseph Stalin. Joseph Stalin was born in 1878 in Gori, Georgia, then part of the Russian Empire. He ruled the Soviet Union from the 1920s until his death in 1953, overseeing its industrial rise and playing a critical role in World War II, while also being responsible for widespread purges and forced labor camps. Fact: before entering politics, Stalin studied theology and trained to become a priest. Number 45, Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln served as the 16th President of the United States and led the country through its Civil War. His leadership preserved the Union, and his Emancipation Proclamation paved the way for the abolition of slavery. He remains a symbol of equality, integrity, and national unity. Fact: he was largely self-educated and worked as a lawyer before entering politics. Number 44, Louis XIV. Louis XIV, known as the Sun King, centralized power in France and turned the monarchy into an absolute regime. His reign reshaped European politics, culture, and military strategy, leaving a lasting legacy in both architecture and governance. Fact: he ruled for 72 years, one of the longest reigns of any monarch in history. Number 43, John Dalton. A pioneer in modern chemistry, John Dalton introduced atomic theory, fundamentally changing the way scientists understood matter. His work remains central to science education and research today. Fact: He was also one of the first to study and document color blindness, a condition he personally had. Number 42, William Shakespeare. As a playwright and poet, William Shakespeare redefined English literature. His tragedies, comedies, and sonnets captured timeless themes of love, power, and human nature, and his influence is still felt in modern storytelling. Fact: over 1,700 English words are believed to have been coined or first recorded by him. Number 41, Plato. Plato laid the philosophical foundations of Western thought. As a student of Socrates and teacher of Aristotle, he explored ideas on justice, politics, and the nature of reality through dialogues that are still studied today. Fact: he founded the Academy in Athens, often considered the first Western university. Number 40, Michelangelo. Michelangelo Buonarroti was a master of sculpture, painting, and architecture during the Italian Renaissance. His works like the David, the Pietà, and the Sistine Chapel ceiling are considered some of the most iconic artistic achievements in history. His attention to anatomy and emotion helped elevate art to new heights. Fact: he considered himself a sculptor first, even though he painted one of the most famous ceilings in the world. Number 39, John Locke. John Locke was an English philosopher whose ideas on liberty, natural rights, and the social contract heavily influenced modern democratic governments. His writings shaped the U.S. Constitution and many Enlightenment thinkers. Fact: Thomas Jefferson drew directly from Locke's philosophy when drafting the Declaration of Independence. Number 38, Alexander Fleming. Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin in 1928, changing the course of medicine forever. His discovery led to the development of antibiotics, saving countless lives and revolutionizing the treatment of infections. Fact: he found penicillin by accident when mold grew in one of his petri dishes. Number 37, Alexander Graham Bell. Alexander Graham Bell is best known for inventing the telephone. His work in sound and communication laid the groundwork for modern telecommunications, and he was also deeply involved in education for the deaf. Fact: the first words ever spoken on the telephone were to his assistant. "Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you." Number 36, Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson was the third president of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. A champion of individual rights and democratic ideals, he helped define the American identity during its founding. Fact: he died on July 4th, 1826, exactly 50 years after the signing of the Declaration. Number 35, Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon rose to power during the French Revolution and became Emperor of France. His military strategies reshaped European warfare, and the Napoleonic Code influenced legal systems around the world. Despite his eventual defeat, his legacy remains one of dominance, reform, and controversy. Fact: at his peak, he controlled most of continental Europe. Number 34, Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great created one of the largest empires in ancient history by the age of 30. He spread Greek culture across Asia and Egypt, blending civilizations and laying the foundations for Hellenistic influence for centuries. Fact: he never lost a single battle in his military career. Number 33, Antoine Lavoisier. Often called the father of modern chemistry, Antoine Lavoisier helped define the law of conservation of mass and identified and named oxygen and hydrogen. His work revolutionized science, even though his life ended during the French Revolution. Fact: he was executed by guillotine in 1794, despite his massive contributions to science. Number 32, Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison was a prolific American inventor best known for the phonograph, the electric light bulb, and early motion picture technology. He held over 1,000 patents and played a major role in the electrification of cities. Fact: he famously said, "Genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration." Number 31, Niccolo Machiavelli. Machiavelli was a political theorist whose most famous work, The Prince, explored power, leadership, and realpolitik. His name became synonymous with cunning strategy and ruthless statecraft. Fact: the term Machiavellian is still used today to describe political manipulation and calculated leadership. Now entering the top 30, minds and leaders who redefined history. Number 30, Martin Luther King Jr. A key figure in the American civil rights movement, Martin Luther King Jr. advocated for racial equality through nonviolent resistance. His leadership in events like the Montgomery bus boycott and the March on Washington helped push forward civil rights legislation in the U.S. Fact: his "I Have a Dream" speech is considered one of the most powerful in American history. Number 29, James Clerk Maxwell. James Clerk Maxwell developed the theory of electromagnetism, uniting electricity, magnetism, and light into one framework. His equations laid the groundwork for modern physics and paved the way for technologies like radio and wireless communication. Fact: Einstein credited Maxwell's work as laying the foundation for his own theories. Number 28, Michael Faraday. Michael Faraday's discoveries in electromagnetism and electrochemistry transformed the world of science. His work with electric fields and induction made electricity usable, influencing how we generate and use energy today. Fact: despite little formal education, Faraday became one of the most influential scientists of all time. Number 27, George Washington. George Washington served as the commander of the Continental Army and became the first president of the United States. He established the office's key traditions and stepped down voluntarily after 2 terms, setting a democratic precedent. Fact: he refused to be crowned king, saying America needed a president, not a monarch. Number 26, Constantine the Great. Constantine was the first Roman emperor to convert to Christianity and played a critical role in its spread. He issued the Edict of Milan, ending persecution of Christians, and founded Constantinople, which became the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire. Fact: he was baptized shortly before his death, despite promoting Christianity for decades. Number 25, James Watt. James Watt improved the steam engine, making it efficient and commercially viable. His enhancements sparked the Industrial Revolution and transformed industries like manufacturing and transportation. Fact: the unit of power, the watt, is named in his honor. This concludes Part 1 of our countdown, the first 25 individuals who changed the world. Part 2 will be released soon. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay well and continue exploring history.